Hey guys, I have an AM248 here, and I'm going to be trying to record a solve of each of the Boss Rush puzzles that get posted this month. So, Boss Rush is just a series of 9 days of puzzles, which are large puzzles. This is day one, which was posted on December 12th. With any luck, I'll be uploading this on December 12th. Um, and this was a Fusion Yajilin. So, just to go over the rules really quick, let's go to composite. Yajilin as my input. So in Yajilin, you're supposed to draw shade some cells so that every arrow is pointing at that many shaded cells. This one's pointing at 3. And draw a loop through all remaining cells. However, you cannot have shaded cells next to each other. That's basically the gist of it. The other types of clue here are diagonal clues, which work the same as normal clues, except along a diagonal. Minesweeper clues, which control the 8, or sometimes less than 8, cells surrounding them, and these regions, which end up having that many shaded cells within the region. And this is all the information you get to solve the puzzle. This is a 30 by 30. It's actually the largest size that Penpa can support. And I'm going to be attempting to solve this as quickly as I can. I have not attempted this puzzle. I've only looked at it for a couple seconds as I'm giving this kind of example. And let's get started. Okay. I can't right click to place dots, so I'm going to be having to spam click a lot. So first thing I'm doing is really just scanning around for anything that's heavily restricted. I know there's one shaded cell on one of those. No, that's not a pattern. This is a pattern though. Oh, that's hard to see. There's also a thing you can do about corners and these little paths that would create a immediate contradiction if one of those was shaded. Um, So I know that with this 4, I cannot remove any of those. It seems I get one here and one here. And that's going to resolve this part. I know there's one on this line, but I'm not sure exactly where. Um, yeah, this 2 is interesting. Doesn't seem to be giving me enough information to work off of yet. Ooh, that's a 0 region. Let's just mark that all the way. Um, can never pick there, can't pick those 2, so we have to get these. Gotta be careful with the drawings. And that's going to be the same deduction I just used. Okay. This 2 already has 1. There's the other one. This 1 gets here. It's going to resolve out this part. 1 still needs 3 along that line. Okay, let's look elsewhere. Okay. So there's a couple patterns I see up here that are familiar, such as this spacing on these 3s. But I can also take it a step farther, just when combining it with the 1s and get a bunch of unshaded cells. Because you can't have unshaded cells in adjacent tiles. Ooh, wait, no, I made a mistake somewhere. Yes. I can only shade one of those, but there's nothing that says I have to shade both of those. So those ones were mistakes. The rest of this is all valid deductions. Since I can't shade both of these, I actually have to get this one, which is going to give me these. Okay, this 2 is now fixed. Ooh, interesting, those are the same line. I was able to extend up there because you cannot have the same thing pointing to the same thing. Or, yeah. The same, like these 2 parts can't connect. So I know this is going to go down. And they're going to continue avoiding each other. Else I would close the loop early because there's only one loop. These 2 3s end up influencing this in an interesting way. It's going to be 1, 1, 1. Not really useful yet, but worth keeping in mind. Again, I've got some loop chasing going on here. Okay, let's look at this big 5 diagonal. Is that interesting yet? No. This 3 diagonal is. I can shade here. And then I will get this one specifically because otherwise I lose this. These 1 diagonals are kind of annoying to parse. I'll worry about them later. Actually, wait a sec. This 5. There's at least 4 on that line. This diagonal then adds 1 and does not intersect. So it's not quite a deduction yet, but it almost is one. Oh, these 2's are a dead giveaway. Okay. Either of those 2 would immediately break. That extends the pattern out a little bit. That would immediately include all of those. This 2 is interesting almost. There's something here. I'm just not seeing what it is just yet. Okay. I can only put 1 on this diagonal, which means that in order to get to 3, I'd need to do this. Okay, that was there for a while. I don't see this one being strictly necessary. This pattern with the 3's definitely has some deductions. Any of these are valid choices. This 2 down diagonal, however, is going to resolve the section out. I already have this one. This one goes down, 1, 2, 3 entries, and I've broken it again. Oh, that's not good. Okay, the Minesweeper clue is correct. This 2, yeah, I needed to put 2 on one of these sides, and it had to be this side. Let's just erase this entire section and go from there. And rededuce the thing with the 4 and the 1. So I could only put 1 here, which is okay. But then why did I put these like that? I think that might have been my mistake, honestly. No, because then the 1, the 4 rules out here. Yeah. Because then the 1 is left with only this one, or else I have to put 4 along a diagonal like that. Actually, come to think of it, why can't I put 4 along a diagonal like that and say put this here? Like, why is this not possible? Oh, come on, dude. Oh, wait, no, because now I've got the same kind of issue I was having with the parity down here. What? Except this is worse. I don't remember how much of my deductions stemmed from the 4. The annoying part here is this 1, like, and this 1 and this 3. Because I can't remove it from the 3. But I can take it off the diagonal. But if I take it off the diagonal, then this 2 breaks. I'm so confused with this subsection. I'm gonna just trash it all, I guess. That's kind of annoying. Okay, let's take another look at this 4. There are 6 cells here. I can never pick this one. I can never pick this pair. So that strikes me as the place to begin looking. I know there's deductions galore in this area, and that's why I'm looking at it right now. I'll just going to make sure I do it right. Okay, so the 0 and the 3, I get this. It rules out this one. And gives me those. This 4 and this 1. With the 4, I cannot pick these two, which means I have at least 3 of these. It means I can't pick any cell that removes 2 of those. That means that this 1, I cannot pick either of those. It does not give me a deduction there yet. Okay. So with this 4, maybe the 4 is where my bad deduction was? I can't pick both of those. Have to take this one. The 1 gives me this, which I don't think I had before. Kind of struggle with diagonal Yajilin, honestly. Regardless of which one and then the 1 rules out this one and gives me this. Okay. And then the singular loop path that leaves. Okay. So that then gives it this one. Ah, this isn't a forced connection. That might have been my issue. Anyway, this 2 is strictly forced. That removes the 1. I can't shade here, not that it really matters. Can I shade here? No. This 3. Oh wait, this 1 knifes all the way down here. Let's clear it out. This one is somehow still barren. And then I'll work on the Minesweeper part, I think, once I fix this area. I cannot take both of these two, so I must take this one. Can't shade either of those. Can't shade this without creating too many entries. This goes up, this goes over. This 2 gets a bit forcing. Okay, and then my options are this. Oh, this doesn't break. Does it? No, this doesn't break. And then this, which does. So the reason this doesn't break is I have this option available. Okay. Tricky section. I made a bad deduction over here and I paid the price. Okay, looking at this 4, I can get these two 100%. And then this 1, just checking, does not have one yet. To avoid ruling out everything. Oh man, that's so good. The 5 I noticed earlier is now heavily restricted. Okay, continuing in on this 2, has to shade here, has to have this entry point. 1, 2, 3. This one will have to be used by parity. These are the same line, so they avoid each other, and that's that quadrant. So this 5, I now have 5 on this line and 1 on this line, and that means everything not on one of those diagonals. And more importantly, everything on that diagonal. So that means this one must be shaded due to this one clue. Okay, so those ones are ruled out due to needing 5. This 1 needs a 1, forces this one. This one is a little more annoying because it does no, wait, no, yeah, no, there's 2 options for it still. It's a bit of an either or. I said I was going to work on the Minesweeper area, but This one now has one. 7, 7. Those twos. Oh wait, there has to be 3 down here. Means here and here are now forced. Um, okay. Just analyzing the area. Oh, I've had this since the beginning. That's kind of silly to miss. Okay, so this 3 is now satisfied, going all the way down the entire grid. This 7 will be satisfied with this Minesweeper clue. This cell must be shaded. Yes? No, it must not be shaded. That's the truth. Minesweeper Yajilin is pretty tough, honestly. Okay, so with these 3s, if this cell is shaded, there's too many options to think about on that. This construction of 3s bothers me because I know there's a deduction there. I don't know what it is. I know it exists. I can't figure it out. Okay, with these 2s, so all of the clues are around this. That's the 1, and that means there's 1 here, 1 here. Rule out these. And then there's just 2 either or choices for this top 2. That one's ruled out because I have 1 here. I can actually just take it a step farther. This one. Nothing else is really influencing over here, is it? If this enters, this enters. I have no way to show whether it does or doesn't. Okay, yeah. Not seeing anything else there. Not seeing any other clues pointing in either. I'll need more loop information, I guess. Okay, these 3s. Oh, I cannot take these 2 together. Because if I do, I do that, which means I need this one taken. Which doesn't help me that much. Oh wait, this combo with the 2 and the 1 removes all of those numbers. Can't take both from the top. I can still take both from the, and I can't take both from the bottom. So that's not really super helpful. Looking at this 5, it's still at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, this is one of these, 1, 2, this one of these, and then up to 3 at the top. So this 5's actually almost fully restricted. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else to do over there. I am seeing something to do over here, though. Oh, wait, this is annoying. Okay, by parity, and by uniqueness I could connect these, but I'm not going to. There's only one way for it to have one solution from this pattern. So this 2, if I take both of these, it doesn't work. So I take both of these. That means I made a small error in my deductions up here. Interesting. So this 3 is going to bend either this or this, and either way, this line's part of it. We have 1, but It's going to be two more. These are not the same. They are different lines. What am I not seeing at this point? Because I know I'm not seeing something important somewhere. I don't see any inherent problem with shading all of, like, any combination of these, actually. Wait, hang on a second. Hang on a second. There is almost a problem down here. I must shade this cell, because otherwise this subsection's gated off. How much good does that do me with this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Too many options still. Can I shade these two together? I don't see why not. Wait, if I shade this one, then this goes over, blocks out this one. So I cannot shade these two together, which means this one must also be shaded. Oh my gosh, this section's brutal. Okay. I just really want to do something with this 5, but there's got to be something with it. Maybe there's just more with these clues down here. What happens if I... Oh, wait. Yeah, I can't shade here. Because if I shade here, I get the same breakage issue. Which means I cannot shade here. Because it points into this 3. Which means I won't be able to shade that one either. Oh, okay. All of these pointing 3s. Like, every single spot where it's pointing doesn't work. I can't shade both of those, so I get this. Okay, this thing with the 3s, that's probably a really common Minesweeper Yajilin deduction, but the type just isn't common enough. Okay. So, I can now not take these two, which means I must take this one. Because I can't take this one, I must take this one. And that's the section. Okay. Not this one, which gives this... We already established how that was going to go. Needs to escape. Needs to leave room. Okay, 1, 2, doesn't work actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that, this part's done. Okay. Okay, moving on. I think this is the place to start looking now. No, definitely not. Oh, there's so many. Oh, wait, these two are the same line. Okay. That gives me this 5. These two are not yet the same, but... Oh my gosh, that's actually epic. Those are just some line connection parity deductions. Okay, so this 2. Oh, and it just keeps going. So these two are the same. Which means we need 2 escapes, and there's only one way for them to escape. Cannot do this. Oh my gosh, that's epic. That's actually really cool. Anyway, these two are the same, and this is how this part's going to end up resolving. We already have one pass up here, so by entry count parity, that part resolves, this part resolves, Okay, going along really nicely now. So these are the two ends. So I'm actually going to come up here and pick light blue to just highlight these ends really quick, because those are my critical loop ends that are going to be a little difficult to track. Those are the 2 points that can never meet, ever. Okay, I've almost got the entire bottom done. If this cell is not shaded, the puzzle is broken. Okay, that's enough to connect these ends. These ends are also the same, but that's simple enough to keep an eye on. Let's worry about this top section again. So whichever one is not used is going to go 1, 2. Actually, wait a moment. Can I do anything about this 7? There's got to be something to do with the 7 at this point, especially with this 1 box here and this 2 pointing in. There has to be. All right, well, I can do that. That's super useful little deduction to make. Not really yet. Regional Yajilin's always a bit slow as well, I find. I just keep coming back to this 5. I feel like this is the place to be looking. If I shade here, then I'm also actually shading here, this kind of path. But if I shade here, then it's not helping. Okay, fine. Actually, wait, no, there's one shaded cell here. I don't quite get a deduction on this 3 down clue yet, but it's close to 1. It's really close to 1. It's like one input away. So I think what I really have to do is just really look at this 7. I don't think there's a way around the 7 at this point. I say as I see a bunch of stray things I missed that don't lead anywhere. Unless like this doesn't work. I don't see why that wouldn't work though. Just gonna loosely put in the other way. Interesting how it would force this pattern though. I don't know on any of this really. That one's unshaded no matter how I deduce this one. Okay, think about this. The most I can put in any in any 3x4 in a Yajilin puzzle is 4. There's no way to pack 5. In fact, I'm going to, in yellow real quick, that's 2, that's 2, that's 2, which means this is 1, 1, 1, 1, because it's rotationally symmetric. Ah, that is very helpful, actually. Because that's going to do this. By the same kind of breaking down, I get this shaded cell, because I know that there's 2 there. Okay, where does it keep going? So we have our 2 here. We're going to have 2 here. We're going to have 3 here, which means there's going to be 1 in this block. However, it can't be this, so we end up with another 2. Oh, and another 2. Sweet. All right, so this is a block of 2, which I can immediately deduce. It's going to give me all of that. Okay, that was far more reasonable than I was expecting. I don't know why I ignored that area for so long. Parity. This 5 is now down to just needing 3 more still. I can no longer shade here, which means this 1 is getting very restricted. I can't shade this one, and if I shade this... Okay, so interesting fact here. No matter which of these I shade, these two are the same, which means these two are the same. Gonna mark those in yellow real quick, again, just to track that information. If I shade here, they connect. If I shade here, this goes down. Interesting. Oh, 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 sweet. That is the top corner. Okay, this is actually, I'm really happy with how I've been solving this, except for the break. Like, I've been a little slow to spot a couple of the deductions here, but it's always tricky to spot exactly where the progress is going to be in a big puzzle like this. Okay, 1, 2, these ends are actually the same, so I don't need to do any counting. Okay, parity check, 4, correct, okay. I'm going to, in red now, mark this end, and where it eventually goes is all the way down here. So those are the same. So I can't make a deduction on how this part's going to close yet. Nothing points in there. Okay, this is actually down to just 4, which gives me all of those bits. There really doesn't seem to be anything left in this grid. The only clues left that I can see to satisfy is like these diagonal clues. Everything else seems done. No, that's not true. This 3 down still needs some work. I can either shade both of these or not shade both of these, and it works. Okay, let's just really think about this section with these diagonals. With this added information, um, I don't know. I really don't know that part. Am I missing any clues? Not that I can see. This is a 0, yeah, and that is a 6. Okay. What if I shade here? Just what if? Just work with me for a moment on this. That doesn't look problematic. And then what? I shade here and we get some sloop style stuff going on here. And this one's now forced to be the 1. I kinda like where this goes. No, okay, there's something wrong there at that point. But that was a 2-layer bifurcation, so that's not even really helpful. Sloop being just simple loop, which is draw a loop through all cells. There's no shading or anything in that type. It's just gets abbreviated to sloop for ease of talking about it. Oh wait, this cell can't be shaded. It's a little bit of progress. This open space is so annoying. Yeah, there's no more clues just pointing up or down from the sides. There's at least one on this line. In fact, there's exactly one on that line. I guess I'll just mark that. There's exactly one shaded cell in each of these colored spots. How much that's going to help me, I honestly don't know. So this last part's really difficult. And it's not even really thinking about loop ends either, I don't think. I just keep coming back to this cell. But then what if it's this one? How do I make a statement about that? Okay, let's just make a quick assumption on this 5. What if this is an open path? Ooh. This one would have to be shaded. But I can keep that in mind real quick. There's almost something here. There's almost something here. But that doesn't seem like it breaks. Had to abruptly run due to an interruption. I'm going to continue attempting to solve this puzzle now. I'm going to restart the timer and let's go. So I put the timer back where it was, and the first thing I see when I look back is this. So I guess this isn't like a true time anymore, but still a reasonably good estimate of how long this puzzle will take me to solve. Or, yeah, takes me to solve. I still have no clue how to resolve any of this, though. I'm so glad I put these little colored markings in, though. This would have been much more painful to return to without them. Yeah, just making sure that that loop was right. I don't see anything inherently wrong with this, nor do I see anything inherently wrong with shading this cell. I just don't see anything wrong with any of this, really. But I don't see a way I can get input. Now, both of these ones are satisfied. All of these clues go to the left. There's no more useful Minesweeper clues. All the diagonals are done. All these regulars were just pointing there or there, except for this 3 down, which is done. This 3 down I've already looked at and established this bit of deduction. And then that's just it. There's no other meaningful clues. It's literally just these 5s and this 1. Oh, and this 1. I guess I can't forget about this 1. Does that break, actually? One, two, three, four, 5. Okay. I don't see breakage yet. I need to remove that just to be able to input correctly. This has to be right at this point. This is not a satisfying way of resolving over here, but see these yellow line, those are the same. Gives me this. This is now one of the ends, and this is the other big end. Those are now the same line. And then these two are the same line. That means this... Okay. There's no clues left to worry about. It's just connecting this. Simple loop parity says that. You know what? This is already a bit gone. We're just going to uniqueness this. And then these two lines, and then those two are the same. And then surface clear. So that should be the solution. I don't have a check button. Is it one loop? This comes down here, swings up through here. All that stuff. Yeah, it's one loop. I think all the clues are satisfied. So I'm just gonna stop the timer and call that good. This part was weird. Oh, wait, no. I see my problem. I forgot a clue. One sneaky clue. This 3 down. I knew there was an answer check. There's the solution. So I did have to resort to uniqueness a little bit to resolve over here. The given answer key was to count the shaded cells that were inside the loop. And so I'm not sure what the best way of doing that would be. I suspect it would be to just use the number like this, or even just change the surface to like blue on the ones inside. Just go by region. Out, in, out, in. As one crossing. If I mess up the parity on any of this, that's not good, but whatever. I'm really curious what the answer key would be. This would actively be the way I would do it as well. 1, 1, 1. Right, so all of those are outside. Put this one in, out, in. All of that's outside. Nope. See? Oh, well, that got rid of them outright. It's a little weird. A little bit of weird behavior on Penpa here. Okay, so I don't think I'm missing any, so that would be 5, 4, 5, 4, 18, 23, 28, 30, 37, 41, 50. So 50 would be my final answer. That was a fun puzzle. I'm glad I did it. Oh wait, no, 51, seeing that one. Yeah, so that was an enjoyable puzzle. I'm glad I did it. I'm looking forward to trying to do the rest of these boss rush puzzles, hopefully with a little less interruption. If you got this far, thank you for watching, and until next time.